Hello beautiful people, welcome back to our Live Drift channel. Today I'm just going to be working on the accelerator pedal for the fly-by-wire throttle body. This is out of a Nissan xtrail. I think you can get them out of Nissan Pulsars as well, but I think this one actually had a longer, the rod bit was longer, because in the rx7 under the carpet they actually have foam which builds up the floor level to the level of the chassis rail thing here. So when you take the carpet out, your floor's actually like 30 mil 40 mil further down, so your foot's actually, your heel will be sitting on here and be lower than it would be if they had their carpet in. But because the track car is probably not going to have carpet, and the carpet that was in here was toast and very dank, so I'm not going to go and buy a new FD carpet. Plus I got the cage and everything, it's annoying to cut around, it's much easier to just go track car. Maybe throw some mats in for some style later, but I just wanted to show you basically I take the engineer square and just square that up with the side of the pedal and put a mark on the floor, and the same to the bottom to get some, what do you call those, marks to set where I'm gonna put this one. Because once I take the old one off, the mounting point for the new one's a lot further towards the driver. It's got to go there somewhere. So it's actually got to go there somewhere. I'm gonna weld a tab up off this bar over here somewhere. I've put a mark over there where that blue mark is. Just weld a bit of 3mm plate off there or something. Maybe weld a little brace to it, and then I'll hold that nice and firm. Then I can delete that one. The one's that is cool rx7, factory rx7 aluminium plate thing. I might steal that and bolt it to this crappy Nissan thing. But yeah, I'm gonna do that, and then I also want to make a mount for this bad boy. It's the ECU. It's going to run the engine, the Elite 2500 Haltech. Oh, we're going to chuck this thing up here somewhere, but I want to make a little pad for it to sit on and bolt it down nicely so it doesn't vibrate and move around, and has a bit of an insulating buffer so it's not sitting on the tunnel if the tunnel gets hot from the exhaust or something. But yeah, stay tuned. I'll cut some things and weld some things. Alrighty then. So I just got a bit of 3mm plate steel and welded some nuts on the back. So I've got two positions in case I want to lower it when I'm at the track or something, because I haven't driven the car obviously. By the time I get used to it, I might go, oh, it'd be nice if the pedal was a bit lower. And once you weld this thing in, there'd be a pain in the butt to put more welded in nuts on the back of and stuff. So do that now, think ahead. I also put some paint on the back of it, just then gave it a squirt, because once I weld it in there, I won't be able to get in behind it to paint it. So do that. So I've just got a little notch in the corner there where it goes on a bit of round tube. Nice. That's this 38mm tube. Same diameter. This is going to my firewall for the tyre stopper. So yeah, just gonna put this in position and tack it in, see how it looks. Then I might actually weld a brace to the front with it, and I'll also have to weld the stopper under the pedal there, because it's got like a spot there where you have a stopper hit, because you don't want to overcycle the what do you call it? This thingy, the switch, the control, the throttle measuring device, brain fart. Anyway, that thing. You don't want to rotate that thing too far, because they don't just keep going round and round. That's why. Okay, yeah. Let's tack this in. Alright. I'm in. suspension, and it was, and the factory. Checky. Position seems good according to my marks. Nice. It's dark down there, you can't see. One arm in the light. So. Seems good. The worst case scenario, I can always space it further this way if I have to. The brake pedal's got to go back a couple mil. Seems good. Let's blaze it. Nothing under the dash. And that's where that's going. Toasty. I may have to make a false floor for the bottom here. I don't know. That's how it goes, I guess. I'm not going to add any bits I don't have to, but I don't like those false floors because they're all the dirt and the rocks and stuff ends up building up under them, and you get lazy and you can't be bothered pulling out. Then your car just sounds like a tin can full of rocks while it rattles and stuff. So, but we'll see how the driving goes. I love that in there. Alrighty, now to do this ECU mount, I guess. Pretty solid. I'll put like a threaded rod behind this so that it can stop the pedal stopper. Drill a hole, weld a nut into the floor, then get a long bolt that screws into the nut and just wind it in or out with a locking nut on it. Do that. Stay tuned. Alright, so I'm going to weld a brace in the back there. You can see just on the back there I've welded in I've just tacked it at the moment, but I'm going to weld it in now because I saw the top of the pedal was flexing a bit when I push it with my foot, so just going to make that a bit more solid, and then I'll put the stopper behind the pedal. So just going to weld that in now. I don't know if you can see that. You can't really see anything, can you? Yeah. It's horrible. Just bad trying to show you as it is trying to do it. better. I don't know if you can see that. Can't see anything. Stupid light. Alrighty, anyway, enough of that. See, there's a mark down here on the floor. That's where the original stopper was for the pedal, so drill a hole there and make something. Alrighty, now I'm going to make my mount to hold my ECU. It's got these holes on the side for mounting it. They're 120 by 86 center to center. So it's 86 this way, 120 across. I was thinking about making like 2 flat strip saddles. So it comes up, goes across, goes back down, welded to the chassis on either side with 2 welded nuts underneath. Either that or just do one big flat sheet metal piece with 2 bends. So it's not much effort to try both. I might make it the saddles first, see how that goes. I was a bit worried that the 2 separate saddles might be like slightly twisted or something and pull slight tension on the case, which wouldn't be great. If you make it out of one big sheet with 2 90-degree bends on it, it's going to be flat. So, which means this thing would just be bolted to it, nice and sturdy. Then I think after I've done that, I think that's the last thing that needs to be welded inside the car. I can sort of start prepping to paint the inside. But yeah, let's get that done first. Cut some stuff. Alrighty, so that's what I've made. Just got to get some nuts to weld on the bottom there from Bunnings, because the holes are not M6, they're actually M5. Come on, Altec. Not very Nissan friendly. But yeah, I made like the sides like 20 millimeters high. That way it'll have a nice air buffer between it and the tunnel or wherever I weld it. So it does, so it's got like a bit of an insulation gap, so it's not getting hot. That's if you just bolted it directly to the firewall. Might get a bit warm there. And it'll be nice and solid. Down there, it'll be shaking around, or vibrating loose and getting kicked around by the passenger or anything, so sweet. It's gonna duck off to Bunnings and get some nuts and bolts, because M5 is pretty rare in my tool collection anyway. Yeah, then I can just stitch weld that in along those edges there on the tunnel. I'll give it a coat of paint on the back before I weld it down so it doesn't rust underneath. But yeah, stay tuned, we'll get to that. Alright, back. I got my nuts. I got it all set up, ready to weld. It's pretty nice and light in there. See the LED panel, 600 by 600. It's a sale. Get them from your electrical wholesaler. Make excellent lighting when you're old and your eyes are dodgy like mine and you can't see what you're doing. Highly recommend. Tuck these nuts in here. I actually got paddle pop sticks between the ECU and the plate, so it don't cook it. You know what I'm saying? Paddle pop stick. It's in there. Flat. Lost all my nuts. There we go. Had the water a bit hot. Couple of little humps from where it was like penetrating too fast. Man, just tack those in there. I might just flapper those off. Then I'll come back and stitch weld that in on top of the tunnel. Hold on. Alrighty, so I got the ECU bolted firmly to its mount, and I had to scribe the edges a little bit to suit the shape of the tunnel. I'm just gonna go down here, like so. And I've already taken the paint off the tunnel there so that I can stitch it on. I'll just tack it in the four corners and then I'll unbolt the ECU. Just tack it so that I don't want to damage the ECU by welding the whole thing in there and getting too hot or anything. So, but I want to have the ECU bolted to it because it'll hold the plate flat so it won't accidentally weld it down all twisted, and then I bolt the ECU to it and it twists the ECU and maybe, I don't know, damages the internals or something. Don't want to do that. Just make sure it's nice and the plate is actually the shape of the ECU. So I'll tack that on the four corners where it is, take the ECU off, and then finish welding it. And yeah, it's alright, so stay tuned. I'll weld that. I'll paint the bottom first actually. Take it outside. Just throw a coat of paint at the bottom. Alrighty, so my phone went flat and I didn't get to film the tacking it in, but I tacked it in. So I just got to pull the tape off now and unbolt the ECU, and I can finish welding it all the way along the tunnel there. Give it a coat of paint and that bit will be done. There's a couple more little jobs to do inside the cabin, but it's getting pretty exciting because it's getting close to where I can paint it. So stay tuned, time lapse this and weld this thing in. Alrighty then. So welded that in. ECU out, top of the tunnel. Come on, gimbal. There we go. Painted the bottom of it so it shouldn't rust underneath, and painted the top of the tunnel under it as well. So obviously it's going to burn off what our welds are, but we try our best. And what else do we do? Yeah. I'll show you my accelerator pedal mount over there. I've got my stop welded in down there. Gimbal hitting it. That was horrible to weld, that kept exploding on me because of the, must be some sort of insulation welded between two sheets of metal on the firewall there. There was a cavity there somewhere, but yeah. So that's all done. Those two items, we've been putting those off for a while because it just seemed like not super important, but I was kind of hoping to get the interior painted up soon so I can start doing wiring and stuff. The only thing interior that's really got me irritated is those big holes over there. These. They go, the wheel arches obviously just below it there, and all the tyre smoke will come up through some holes and in through those into the cabin. I would really like to seal those up, but as you can see it's like Swiss cheese. Don't know what the best way to do that is. It's like so many holes. And they go all the way up over the top. There's holes the whole way. This thing. One of those two hard baskets. Expander foam? I hear what you're saying. Ugh, the worst. Yeah. So that's that for this episode, really, I think. Those two mounts done. Get out of here. Oh. So yeah, thanks for watching. I didn't get to finish the intercooler piping yet. I'm actually going to delete this. I want to cut that off there. I'm going to weld on a donut, 3.5-inch donut, and turn so that I can meet the silicon here and delete the clamp. So I'll just have a welded on bend, a little bit of straight, and then a hose clamp there and a hose clamp there, and see you later, mate. So that was a fun waste of money and time. Yeah. But, you get that in the big jobs. Need to get a few fuel line fittings for the hanger, because I got did manage to get. Oops. Wrap that. rx7 fuel pump hanger. Look at that factory pump. It's a monster. Look at that thing. Look how fat it is. It's huge. It's my hand next to it. Pretty handy ways. So yeah, so need to get from those fittings to some speed flow fittings and then happy days. So I might order those, get that going. But yeah, that's enough for this video, I reckon. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching. And check out isleofdrift.com.au, clothing brand, for all your merch and stuff. There's some new products out. And yeah, stay tuned for the next exciting installment. Bye.